Hello, dreamers. Perla here, as always. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. So we have Aries, Taurus, Cusp. Look in the mirror, my love. Look in the mirror. That is your one blockage. That person reflecting back to you, that is your one blockage. Why do I say that? There's some of you fear the letting go part, the cutting people off, the setting boundaries. There's something here about needing to realize that having a season where you're by yourself or a season where you're primarily alone does not mean that you're lonely. That season where spirit pulls you aside and it's like, okay, let's focus on you. Let's focus on pouring back into you. Let's focus on self-love. Let's focus on self-awareness, self-accountability, self-responsibility, self-everything. It is such a fulfilling season in one's life if you allow yourself to be guided through that process. Because right now you're really attached or you're really comfortable with the idea of having people around you, but you're still feeling very lonely. You engage just for the fact of engaging. You're numbing yourself in some way. You, like you're wanting more, you're wanting change, you're wanting to have this miraculous awakening, and it's like, my love, why do you keep going back to the things that spirit has told you to walk away from? Why do you keep going back to the people that spirit has told you to walk away from? There is this notion where psychologically here there's something going on where cutting like a family member or whatever it is, or like setting boundaries, oh my god, saying no feels disrespectful. Saying no feels evil. Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep it really straight with you. You would benefit a lot from just regular therapy. I'm not talking about medication, I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about like therapy. So that you can hear yourself say some of these things. This is all stemming from your childhood. You have a really big issue when it comes to not just setting boundaries, but following through with those boundaries. You have an issue with over explaining yourself, with over giving, like oversharing or over explaining yourself when it's not needed. One of the things, and I'm going to say this as an example, culturally, um, so I'm Spanish. I was born in the Dominican Republic. And one of our things culturally is you never go against what an adult says, right? So you don't say no, you don't talk back, none of these. These are all things that are considered disrespectful to an authority figure, and it's also considered evil or bad or an influence of the devil if you're raised Catholic, which I was, right? And there is this sense that I remember when I started to say no, or when I started to set boundaries with family members, right? It was always like a way of them wanting me to cross my own boundaries. Well, no, but why? That's none of your business. No is a complete sentence. And even till this day, like I'll have certain people in my family be like, oh, but I just wanted, I'm like, you are entitled to want to know why I said no, but you're not entitled to the answer. And that's one of the things here is like you're needing to deprogram yourself when it comes to the way that you were raised. And this is something over and over and over again that spirit has brought up to your attention, but you have failed to follow through with doing the work that is required in that space. Okay, this is I'm sorry to break it to you. Nobody's out here doing witchcraft on you or trying to wish all of this bad shit on you. This is a lot of deep programming from childhood that is keeping you restrained from being free, from being yourself, from speaking up, for standing up for yourself. And until you don't address that, you're going to continue finding yourself in the same cycle. You need to find your voice. You need to find your voice. You need to find your voice. Whether you do that spiritually or like through therapy, you need to find your voice. There are different people out here that do Flavor Vivid. She has, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard her talk about, she has Flavor Vivid. Look on her website. I believe she has a program about like that has to do with like childhood trauma or something like that, or healing traumas or something of that matter. So I would go, if you want to go like the spiritual route, I would definitely say like you can seek her out. And the only reason why I'm recommending her is because I like her work and I like the way that she expresses and the way that she explains things. And we'll leave it at that. And she's an amazing reader, to be honest with you. And so if you want to go the spiritual route, like look into her or any other readers that you feel called to look into, that does like trauma work or, you know, past life regressions and things like that. And for others of you, simply just getting into therapy and deconstructing a lot of these narratives will help you, if that makes sense. Um, we have here spiritual walk. So again, the awareness of what is happening, it's there, right? It's there. It's just the willingness. Maybe you're not 100% sure whether you want to go the spiritual route or maybe you want to go the therapy route. And you can do a combination of both, or maybe you can start with you can start with a couple of sessions of therapy, and then when you feel like you're ready for the spiritual aspect of it, and you navigate that space. We have the light bulb moment, sudden realization, feeling inspired, and insightful awareness. And I feel that this is kind of like the cycle that you go into. You're like, okay, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. But then, excuse me, when it comes time to actually take action, you regress back. And I need you this time to follow through with that momentum. Well, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.